Hello, welcome everyone. I am G. VANITHA, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Bishop HEBER College, Trichy. In this video, I am going to explain entities and attributes in database management system. Before going to enter into entities and attributes, first we know about what is data. Data is nothing but collection of facts such as numbers, words, measurements, observations, etc. How can we get information? The data is processed, we can get information. Next we have entities and attributes. Entity is nothing but in real world any object is called entity. For example, in book we have book number, page number, ISBN number, all are called entities. The entities, we have two types of entity. One is a strong entity, another one is called weak entity. An entity set has a primary key is called a strong entity. How to represent strong entity? The strong entity is represented by rectangle. Next we move on to weak entity. Weak entity is nothing but the entity set may not have a sufficient attribute to form a primary key is called weak entity set. The weak entity set is represented by double rectangle. Next we move on to attributes and its types. An attribute is nothing but is a single atomic unit or value. For example, book is an entity. In this we have ISBN number, name of the author, publisher, price and year of publication, all are called attributes. Next we move on to attribute types. The attributes are classified into key attribute, simple attribute, composite attribute, single valued attribute, multi-valued attribute and derived attribute. Key attribute is nothing but the primary key is called a key attribute. Next we have a simple attribute. Simple attribute is nothing but it is atomic value. For example, it cannot be divided into subparts. In roll number and phone number, it is not possible to divide into two parts. Next we move on to composite attribute. Composite attribute is nothing but many simple attributes are called combined is called composite attribute. For example, in address we have subparts: door number, street name, city, pin code, state and country. See, these are called the composite attributes. Next we move on to single valued attribute. The single valued attribute is nothing but an attribute may contain more than only one value is called single valued attribute. For example, in age and blood group, each and every person have only one age and only one blood group. Next we move on to multi-valued attribute. So multi-valued attribute is nothing but any person having 2 or 3 email IDs or 2 account numbers in 2 banks. So these are called multiple values, that is multi-valued attributes. The last one, derived attribute. Derived attribute is nothing but an attribute is derived from other attribute is called derived attribute. For example, the person's age is derived from date of birth of the person. Like the way experience is derived from data joining.